Hi Tarot Tribe, it's Ethany, and today I am doing a comparison video of the Starchild Tarot deck. So I've got the Starchild Tarot and then the Starchild Tarot Akashic edition. And I'm not the only tarot babe to have done this, so I know that our 513 has, and so has Wild Moon Woman, but I did promise I was going to do it, so I am following through on that promise. So the first thing that I wanted to start this video with is to kind of remind anyone who's seen Danielle's work and has been to the Starchild Tarot website. The Akashic version is not the second edition of the original Starchild Tarot. It is a completely separate version, and you'll see when we run through the cards just how different these two decks are. There are some similarities, but there are a lot of differences. You will see that. So the Starchild Tarot, the first edition or the original edition, is going to be available again sometime in 2016. So if you prefer this version, which I know I've seen a few people on social media have mentioned that they do, make sure that you are signed up to the newsletter so that you can, well, the Starchild Tarot's newsletter, so that you can find out when this one is coming back available. Plus you get a whole bunch of rad stuff from her anyway during, in her newsletter, so it's worth being on that anyway. So let's start, and I'm going to run through the whole thing. So there's quite a bit to cover. So the first thing that I will point out is the boxes are very different, and the boxes are also a little bit different in size. So the Starchild Tarot Akashic is a little bit bigger, only by I don't know, if that's a centimeter, it may be a centimeter taller, and maybe 2 centimeters. So not a huge difference, but they are a tiny little bit different. The designs are different, and there's also, you can tell from the back, the Akashic edition has 79 cards, and the original Starchild Tarot has 78. So there's an extra card in the Akashic version. Akashic, I'm probably going to be butchering that. So now let's have a look at the interior. So we are all stardust. This is in the lid. Is in both, but one of them, this is the original, and this is the Akashic. I love that Egyptian Isis in there, so that's very different. I'm just trying to find some room here. And then we have the books. This is the original. This is the Akashic. Okay. Now, one of the big differences in the content of the books, I mean, they're pretty much the same, is that the major arcana in the Akashic have spiritual keys all the way through, which are not in the original one. So they have the chakras, the gemstones, the astrological planetary signs and meanings, the symbols in there, and then the guides, because a lot of the cards, when we go through, and if you see my unboxing videos for both of these decks, they have a lot of sacred geometry and sacred symbols imprinted as layers on the cards as well. There's also an Akashic spread as well, Akashic spread in this one. So there is some differences in the books, but the content you're going to get is, is pretty similar. There's just obviously going to be, with the cards, maybe some of them have changed in regards to the symbols and things like that. So those are the major differences between the books. I'm running out of room. Okay, so then the cards. My space is full of tarot. The bottom of the boxes, there's no real difference there, so I just wanted to show you that, so I've done it. So the first thing that is a big difference between these two is the back. So that's the back of the Akashic. And this is the back of the original. I love both actually. I'm just going to hold them both up together. Really beautiful. Both of them are just stunning. So I don't really have a favorite there. And then another difference is the edges. So that's the original. That's the Akashic, and as you can see, it's gold gilded. Not only is it gold gilded, but my camera can't really pick up just how beautiful this is because it's a lovely rainy day in Vancouver. But it's actually like a muted gold. It's really, really pretty. Oh, we're just getting some highlights. It's like a antique gold. I think that's probably the best way I can describe it. I asked my hair if we could pretend like we like each other today, and my hair was like, not in your life. So that is one of those differences there. So one is gilded and one is not. Some gilded decks that have the more traditional gold gilding can be quite sharp if you try to shuffle them. This is not the case for this. This has never given me any paper cuts or anything like that. So let's have a look at the size of the cards. They are exactly the same. Okay, so no difference there whatsoever. Pick that card off the floor, we can go through the major arcana. So this is the Akashic and this is the original. Starseed. So that's a different card. Akashic, original, Magician. So the same image down the bottom, but the backgrounds, the colours have been changed in the background. There. The High Priestess. The original, the Akashic. The Empress. This is the original. I think I'm just going to show you which one's the original so that I don't have to keep repeating myself. They're so beautiful. Both of those cards are just so stunning. The Emperor. The Hierophant. This is one of the few that is very similar. Now there is a different, this one's a little bit, the Akashic is a little pinker. It may not look like it just because of the light that I'm in, but they're pretty, or maybe that's just my computer, but they're the same image. The lavas have been completely changed. This is the original. The Chariot, this is the original. And so you can see that it's got the same unicorn, but the backgrounds have been changed. Sorry, I'm going to take a moment. It is screwing with my mind because I'm holding them like this, but then when I move them, it's mirrored. So it looks really funny when I'm like, this is the original and not the other, and it's on this side for me. So sorry, just having a moment there. This is Justice, and this one is the original. Serenity, this is the original. So as you can see, a lot of these images have been like completely changed. Whoa, they're all trying to run away from me today. The Wheel, I think she looks so much like Khaleesi Daenerys from Game of Thrones, this girl. Very similar, still some changes. This is the original, but you can see there's more of the more sacred geometry. The sacred geometry for both of them has been changed. In the background, the color palette has been changed a little bit. Strength, this is the original. Again, you can see there's the added moon. It's changed a little bit. Perspective has changed completely. So this is what I mean. It's not even, sorry, I shouldn't say changed, it's different because this is not a second edition. It is a completely different edition. This is the original transformation. I love this. This is so got like this Indiana Jones feel to it for me. Going into that temple. Oh, hello. Why have I done that? Was in the wrong spot. This is the original Temperance. I knew that was going to happen, that one of my cards would be in the wrong spot. Oppression, very similar. Yeah, oppression is the same. The Tower. Original. New one. Second, they're the Akashic edition. Man, I gotta stop saying that. Star. Original. Akashic. The Moon. Oh, I'm so excited for her Moonchild deck. Original. Akashic. The Sun is the same image. Original. Awakening. Original. So this has been renamed in the Akashic. It's been called the Universe, and this is the original world. And then we have the Akashic records for that one. So that's the major arcana. Whether you like decks that add new cards or not, I think if they have a place in their theme and they're well thought out, then I don't think there's a problem with that at all. And I know for a fact that the creator of this deck is very thoughtful in regards to what she creates, so I have no problem with it whatsoever. It's all going to be personal preference, I believe. Either one of these decks, you're going to get such amazing card quality. The cards are nice and thick, so they're going to last forever. The laminate is beautiful, the box is beautiful, the book's well written, so it's really just what you're going to like more. So I'm going to more quickly go through the minor arcana. So the one thing that I notice more about the Akashic is that there are more Egyptian symbols. So this is the Akashic, this is the original, this is the original, 2 of Swords. This is the original 3. And I like this one because it feels more like the 3 of Swords. But I love this because, like, girlfriend, I want that dress. 4, the original. 5, this is the original. 6, this is the original. So the 7 is the same. 8, original. 9, this is the original. See, this is a lot of different cards. 10, this is the original. Page, this is the original. I love that dress. Want that dress too. The Knight has changed. Sorry, the Knight is the same. This is the original. Goodness gracious me. I thought I had too much tea today. The original Queen, I love her. I love her too. But I guess because I've spent so long with the original Starchild Tarot, I really love that one. And the King has stayed the same. And I'm taking a bit of time trying to get these out, but I want to make sure that I don't drop any on the floor and they're all upright before I start. So thank you for bearing with me in between. In the in-betweens. Okay, so the Ace of Cups, original. 2 of Cups has to remain the same. 3 of Cups, this is the original. 4 of Cups has remained the same too. Five of Cups is the same. Six of Cups has changed a little bit. This is the original, so it's just more light now. You can see, and there's more, and as I was mentioning before, you're probably not going to be able to see it, but see right up the top here, you can faintly see the sacred geometry. There's a lot more of that in the new one, in the Akashic. Seven of Cups. So while I'm saying that the images may look the same on like first glance, some of the tones have changed in the color of the printing, and some of them have just had new symbols added too. So forgive me if I miss some of those subtle things while I'm kind of doing this. Eight of Cups, original. Nine of Cups, original. And Ten of Cups. Again, another one of those cards where the tone has changed, that's the original, and there's some more symbols in there than before. Page of Cups, original, and she's probably one of my favorite pages of all time. She's so beautiful. Not taking anything away from this one, but again, I've spent so much time with this deck. Knight of Cups, original. Queen of Cups, original. The King has stayed the same, but yeah, you know, he's got symbols there too. Okay, so we just got a couple more to do and then we're done. Okay. All right. Wands, the original. Two of Wands, the original. Three of Wands, the original. Four of Wands, original. I know that might have been annoying for anyone watching and going original, but I just want to make sure it's really clear which one is the original one if you are looking, because I know a few people have been asking about this, especially on social media when they're trying to decide which one of the two they're going to get. 8, that's the original there. 9 has stayed the same. The 10 has stayed the same. The page has stayed the same. It's got quite a few same cards in this one. The Knight of Wands is different, that's the original. Queen of Wands stayed the same, that's the original, except the sacred geometry behind her is different. King of Wands has changed, that's the original. Right, last suit. Ace of Crystals. So pentacles are crystals in this, that's the original there. 3. So same model, etc., just a little bit different, that's the original. 4, that's the original. 5 have stayed the same. 6 stayed the same. I just wanted to check to see if there were any hiding symbols there. 7, that's the original. 8, original. I love that dress when she's wearing. I wanted. 9, original. 10 has stayed the same. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Page, that's the original. Knight, ooh. That's the original there. Queen. I was doing so well having them on par, and then I just started looking at the screen and not at my hands. And the King, he stayed the same too. So you're going to have your favourites, I think, from both decks, like I do. But like I said, either one of them, you're going to get amazing quality. It is just going to be what draws you in more visually. And if you're lucky like me, you'll have both. So that's me just running through the Starchild Tarot and showing you what the differences are in the deck. I hope that may have helped you choose which one you want. And I will put links to both Wild Moon Woman and our 513's videos as well, just so that you can have them there if you want to go check those out. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching.